Welcome to the TransformationCoach.me podcast. I'm your host, Adam Shively, and I'm on a 1 million pound mission. I've personally lost over 100 pounds, and I've applied what I've learned from my own transformation journey to help my hometown clients lose over 35,000 pounds in just 5 years. Now, I'm on a mission to produce over 1 million pounds of results by delivering weekly tips, motivation, and my best transformation strategies to my podcast listeners, blog readers, and everybody I interact with through social media and my online coaching programs. The perfect time to start your transformation is now. So let's do this. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the TransformationCoach.me podcast, episode 49. Get your foundation before you get all fancy. It's your buddy Adam. How we doing out there? I've got the energy today, guys. Watch out. I'm feeling good. I like this topic. I think it's very relevant right now. Before we dive into it, though, I want to give a shout out to somebody. I got the nicest Facebook message on our TransformationCoach.me Facebook page from my girl, Abril, and she just sent me this note I want to share with you guys. She says, thanks a bunch for all these amazing workshops. I've seen visible results as well as mental. I feel amazing. And she says, still going strong on day 23 of her second round of the Hello Abs Challenge. She's doing my 14-day Transformation Foundation course as well. She says, I cannot thank you enough for all this. At 50, never felt or looked so good. I feel like I'm at my prime. So, Abril, way to go. Congratulations. You have momentum. Let's keep building it up. And speaking of momentum, we're going to dive right into today's topic, getting your foundation before you get fancy. All right? So the world of health and fitness is a super, super exciting place to be right now. I'm sure a lot of you are just absorbing all the information, all these cool new technologies, and there's exciting new biohacks that are being revealed every day. And the term biohack is even a little bit newer. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just little tricks and tips and things and technology or techniques that you can use to get quicker, better, faster, easier results. All right, so this has been a pretty rapidly growing trend ever since back in the day when I was in college. I was a college man in the late 90s, early 2000s. Way back in the day. But I remember taking classes as an exercise science major and thinking, man, this stuff is way outdated compared to what I'm learning on the internet. And the internet wasn't even like a huge, huge deal back then. But, there's some forums and chat boards and stuff. And I just remember thinking, man, the stuff that I'm learning in college, it seems kind of old school compared to what I'm learning online. So with all this new, amazing information that's out there, I have noticed a problem popping up, all right? And it's this. People are feeling like they are kind of falling behind if they aren't up to date with the latest biohack. They feel like they need to get their DNA tested before they start working out so they know the exact perfect program to use. Or maybe they feel like they have to get used to taking freezing cold showers and not eating for 16 hours a day, doing all these advanced fasting protocols before they can really start seeing results. And many people are showing up at my virtual doorstep, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or just messaging me through our email address or one of the free courses. And they're showing up and saying, help, man, I have no idea where to start anymore. Do I need all this stuff? What do I do? It's a little bit of paralysis by analysis. There's so much out there, and people feel that pressure to keep up. And, there's this new thing. I got to do that because that's going to help me get easier, better, faster results. So, as always, I've got your back, my friends. And today we're going to talk about getting our foundation set up before we get fancy. All right, so I'm going to try to simplify things as always. This is kind of my thing. I've had people tell me that they appreciate that about me. I'm trying to simplify before we get out there and advance our results. So, if you are somebody that's already in great shape, like you can see lean muscle tissue, you got some abs going, you're working out regularly, you're eating clean every day, you're out there lifting weights and doing obstacle course races and things like that, then trying out some of these fancy new biohacks is probably a great idea to keep things fresh, keep it interesting, and increase your results. As always, I recommend doing one at a time to see what works, what doesn't work. Don't add a whole bunch of new things at once. You guys have heard me talk about this before. So the thing is, most people don't fit into that category yet, right? Yet. We're trying to get you there, but you might not be there yet. You may be one of the many people out there that need to drop like 20 pounds before you start to ramp things up and get a little bit more advanced with these new biohacks and the advanced techniques. Or you might be somebody that is a person that's lost and gained that 20 pounds over and over again. And, if you fit those two categories, you're the type of people that need to get your foundation set up, right? We gotta walk before we run, right? It's super, super important. So today we're going to dive into exactly what I'm talking about when I say your foundation. All right, so in the simplest terms I can break this down to, I'm talking about eating clean and sweating on a consistent basis, on the regular, all right? You eat clean, you sweat. You're getting rid of things like sugar and processed foods and all those things that we fall victim to when we're craving, the cravings hit. And you're getting out there and you're sweating on a consistent basis. You're going for walks. You're taking an exercise class. You've got a personal trainer. You're hitting the gym, whatever it is. But you're doing those basic two things consistently. And if you aren't doing those two things consistently, then you should not be researching what color of light you should be shining inside of your ears to lose weight faster. And that is a real thing. I'm telling you, and it's cool, but you don't need to go there yet. All right? You don't need to research that frequency of light and all that stuff. So, I'm going to have a few jokes in the podcast about this stuff, so just be ready for it. So you don't need to go there yet, my friends. You don't need to go there. So right now, some other examples. There are two really trendy nutrition protocols, the ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. And I use those with my own clients, so I think they're totally good. I don't have anything wrong with them, but I only use those with my clients after they have successfully completed at least 8 weeks of our foundational clean eating programs. So I think keto and intermittent fasting, like I said, they're great tools to use, but I've also seen a lot of people realize that they're in the deep end of the pool too late. And they're trying these protocols. They don't have that basic clean eating foundation. They're kind of just jumping right into it, like, oh, intermittent fasting. I've heard great things about this. All these people are raving about it online. I'm getting a lot of social media attention on these things, and they jump into it and they're like, uh-oh, this is a little bit of the deep end of the pool. And I've seen a lot of people go like keto right off the bat, and they're loving that bacon, they're loving that cheese, but without their nutritional foundation behind them, they also tend to cheat on this diet a lot, and they deal with a lot of cravings. And adding in frequent cheats and giving into cravings on a keto plan is a recipe for disaster that leads to rapid body fat gain, and nobody wants that. It's the exact opposite of why you do a ketogenic diet. But you have to be really dialed in tight with those protocols. I mean, the intermittent fasting, most of the time people are saying you have an 8 to 10 hour window that you eat in. You eat specific things, and you always eat within the same window. No questions asked. All right, it's got to be that. And if you break that, you kind of screw things up. Same thing with the keto. You have to keep your carbs below a certain level and stay in ketosis. If you're out of ketosis, it doesn't work. So if you're like, oh, I just had this one donut at work, boom, you're out of ketosis, dude. It's not going to work. So once you pop out of ketosis and then you eat cheese and bacon and all this stuff, you're kind of screwing yourself even worse. So those are just examples. Like I said, those are transformation tools that I use, but you got to use the right tool for the job. And you're if we're going to be doing some construction, you need a more simple tool first. You have to build the foundation of the house before you get fancy with the solar panels. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying here, my friends? So, in order to set up a really sound transformation foundation, I recommend people use what I call my amazing results formula. I think my second ever podcast was on this. I'll link to that in the show notes and in the blog. And I've got a great video where I map this out on my dry erase board. I do a little coach mode on the dry erase board. I'll put that in the blog as well. So if you guys have never checked out my blog, just go to transformationcoach.me/blog. It's always just a slightly bit different than the podcast. Same topic, same basic information, but I add in some hyperlinks to other articles you can explore or videos and things like that. So it's a cool resource, so check it out. But anyway, the Amazing Results Formula, there are 4 components. There is exercise. There is nutrition. There is strategic thinking. And then the 4th component is applying the first 3 consistently over time. So the fourth component is consistency over time. Some people ask me, strategic thinking, what is that? The way I best define strategic thinking is the ability to identify, analyze, and plan ahead for your transformation danger zones. All right, knowing what messes you up, knowing how to plan ahead for that and try to fix it and get better so that it doesn't continuously mess you up. All right, so I know it seems kind of simple. You're like, yeah, I know I need to do all that stuff, but are you doing it? That's what I'm asking. Are you applying these things? And if the answer is no, this is where you start. This is where you start. All right, so we got to take a second just to think these through. Are you applying all 4 components of this formula to your own transformation right now? Again, I'll say it again. If not, that is where you start. So if you aren't exercising, boom, we got to fill that one in. If you aren't eating clean, if you have no plan, if you are like, I'm trying, if the word trying is in there, it's not valid. Like, I'm trying to eat clean. Okay, are you eating clean or are you not eating clean? Are you doing it consistently or are you not doing it consistently? If the answer is no, then we have to go back and we really need to solidify each of these 4 components. Don't go out and order the newest fat-burning coffee made from Swedish goat poop before you start exercising regularly, eating clean, getting rid of sugar, thinking about your transformation danger zones, and doing those things consistently over time. All right, we got to get our foundation before we get fancy. So I've got a new tool, new free tool. I'm not going to sell you something here. I got to feed the family, but this one's free. It's on me. But I'm really excited about it. All right, I wanted to create something to help you think through this process and pinpoint the specific action steps that you need to take. So I've created a tool called the Amazing Results Scorecard. So I've taken my Amazing Results formula and I've further broken it down. Really, I've broken down the strategic thinking and the consistency over time components a little bit more. And I've created my 8 essential mindsets and strategies that are needed to get amazing transformation results. So it's basically what you need to be doing and be doing consistently to set up your transformation foundation. So what I want you to do, I'll put a link to this in the show notes on the podcast. I'll put a link in the blog, but you can also just go to my website, www.transformationcoach.me. You'll see a place where you can get the scorecard. Again, it's free, and it's going to take you 15 minutes to fill out. You're going to score yourself on those 8 essential mindsets and strategies that are needed to get amazing transformation results. And again, these aren't things that I just made up. Keep in mind, I've lost over 100 pounds. My hometown clients have lost over 35,000 pounds, and I'm on this freaking 1,000,000-pound mission. These are all the things that, I always say success leaves clues, and these are the clues that success has left. And I've put them on the scorecard, and we can say, all right, how do I score? How am I doing? Where am I at on these 8 essentials? And if you're low in a certain category, we say, all right, now I know where to go. I know where to really focus my attention and my energy so that I can get better results. And I'm building my transformation foundation, right? So we've got to remember that all these fancy new biohacks, those are going to come in handy soon enough, but we've got to walk before we start to run, so to speak, my friends, so to speak. We've got to walk before we start to run. So let's build up some momentum and build your transformation foundation so that you can learn how to get out there and own it. Every meal, every workout, every day. I will see you on the next episode. So before I let you guys go, I've got something new to tell you about. I've been getting a ton of messages from you guys asking me about getting started. What's the best way to get started? What should I do? How should I start using that amazing results formula that you talk about? So I've gone to work and I've created my new Transformation Foundation course. This is the perfect way, in my opinion, to launch a transformation. And you know what? It might be an even better fit for somebody if you are someone that has lost and then regained weight, and you just need a fresh start. You need a home base. You need to lay that transformation foundation and build momentum. So with the course, you're going to get a 14-day program to kickstart your transformation momentum. You're going to get my Meltdown Classic Level 1 nutrition plan, which that's the base program that I use with my local clients that produced over 35,000 pounds of results so far. We've got online follow-along workouts that are perfect for anyone that is launching the transformation. I've got weekly 30-minute challenges to get you out of your comfort zone. I've got a system to help you make sure that you know how to set up a 28-day game plan. So you know how to put the pieces together with your nutrition, your fitness, your cheat bank, your recovery. It's all going to get mapped out, and you're going to know how to do it. And you're going to gain some serious momentum by learning how to apply that amazing results formula. The best part is, as a loyal podcast listener, you're going to get 50% off. Just enter the promo code Foundation, all caps in the checkout, and you're going to save 50%. That brings the price down to just $25, and you're going to get your transformation foundation. To get more info on this awesome new option, just head on over to the website, transformationcoach.me. I'll see you inside the course.